everyone, this is Rachel, and I'm here for another episode of Get Sketchy with Christy and Rachel. And today we're doing a lift. As you can see, it is from an LE Studio design team member, Melissa Mann. Now, I'm starting off, and instead of just using strips of paper, I turned them into banners using my triple banner punch from Stampin' Up. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just finding the direct center of my paper so I can make a circle, and I'm just kind of putting these banner pieces down just so I can get an idea of where I want them to go, and then I am using a protractor to make that circle, because the idea is that my papers will go over that and Zanzi decides to see what on earth I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is what I'm doing right now is I'm putting the protractor away. So I'm not right here, I've stepped away. And so while the cat is away, the mice play. While I'm away, Zanthi plays. So when I get back, I go ahead and take her off. And I'm going to take this moment in time of this video to talk about something important. This layout happens to be about something important. As you know, I've referred to my niece, and she's usually my subject of the majority of my papers throughout the past couple of years, and through lots of therapy and lots of looking up of stuff and figuring out of stuff, she's decided to transition to male. So obviously, this channel is not about that, and if you have any questions or anything like that, there are plenty of resources both online and throughout LGBTQ centers throughout the country or planet, wherever you happen to be, that can help you out with that. For me, beyond obviously the personal stuff that is going on, what was I going to do with my scrapbooking? What did he want me to do? What should we do? And so I had a discussion with him, and the decision was made that I would continue to scrapbook him as my niece using his former name when I was doing everything up until June of 2016, as that's when he officially came out as transgendered. And after that, I would refer to him as his new pronoun in journaling, and then also when I use his name in journaling, I would use his new name. And you'll see from the colors I'm choosing, I don't plan on changing the colors just because he has changed genders. He's still the same person. He's still goofy and fun and bright and extroverted and just an amazing all-around person. So I am super excited to start this new process, and I will be continuing my channel just as normal. I'll just be referring to him as my nephew as opposed to my niece. And as I said, in journaling, I will be referring to him as his original gender, but when I'm talking to you about the story, I will most likely refer to him as him. So just one last thing, for those of you who feel you need to comment, please take into fact the idea of Thumper's mother, and that if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Thank you guys, and now back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay the banners across the circle, splitting up all the different color groups, splitting up all the different pieces of paper. I did cut about 55 of these suckers, and oh my goodness, that took a while. I will not lie. This portion also took a while. In fact, it almost took about 20 minutes just to place these all in a circle, because I wanted to make sure I didn't have two blues next to each other. There are certain colors like that bright green that I wanted to make sure I spread out across the way. I'm also layering them. You are very welcome, cut away from that. And now I'm just going to the last couple that I was doing. I popped up on pop dots just to give a little bit of level. And now I have these pieces that I had left over from me cutting banners that I'm going to use behind my photo. I end up using that multicolored scallop piece and then the aqua ombre watercolor piece. So I'm just trimming those up, and I'm trying to decide, do I want to? How do I want them? So I do decide to do that. That was the word do several times. I apologize. So I decide that I'm going to do the stretch the paper trick, where I pretend that piece of paper is much longer than it actually is. All I used for paper here is my 6x6 paper pad of the Fancy Free collection by Paige Evans. I know I've been using this a lot. I really, really liked this, as it's both bright and a little girly, but not super girly. You can use it in ways where it's not very girly. So I'm placing my photo, and I decide I'm going to go get my foam tape so I can pop the photo up. And I just do the outside part of it, and then I have some leftovers from my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, and I go ahead and use that in the centerpiece. It took a little while to get off the wax paper, but it came off, so yay, there we go. So once I place that, I really love Melissa Mann did a fabulous job with her original, and I was just super happy to copy it very, very closely to the original. I take out my shimmers in concrete, and I sprinkle that in the upper left-hand corner. And now I'm going to work on trying to pick a journaling tag. Now, I'm debating back and forth as to whether I want the journaling on the page or as hidden journaling behind the page. So I'm trying out different things, and these are the journaling tags from the Fancy Free collection. And I haven't quite made up my mind, so what I'm going to do is, when I don't know what to do, I just move on to something else. So I decide to move on to something else. I'm going to start looking at my embellishments, seeing what I've got available to me, and I pull out that wood veneer heart that has part glitter on it, and I know I want to use that because in the original she does have hearts in that little half circle. So I decide I'm going to work on my title, because I'm like, that's a big element in this layout, because it does go across that entire half circle. So my title is Becoming Who You Are Meant to Be. And I'm using these letters. These are from Simple Stories, Sunshine and Happiness. I used both those red ones and then the light aqua tile ones. So I pull out, once I finish the title, I go ahead and pull out that heart wood veneer along with that file tab one as well. And now I'm going to play with my alphas because I wasn't happy with where they were. No one would notice but me, but we're all crazy in our own little ways. So once I do that, I have decided on this tag for my journaling, but I still haven't decided whether I'm going to do hidden journaling or whether I'm going to find a spot on my layout. I pull out that puffy sticker that says awesome, and I put that down below the photo. And see, here I am. I'm like, do I want it like this? Do I want it upside down? How do I want it? I am very indecisive when it comes to this. And I finally decide, yes, I am going to do hidden journaling. So I just cut some cardstock to slightly bigger than this journaling. And I'm just going to use washi tape to secure it behind right now. I do go back and add glue. I just didn't want to take the time while I was filming to do that. So, because the washi tape might not hold it, forever, and I don't want to lose the journaling. So, once I get that all down, and apparently I was having a washi tape issue because this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. There we go. Okay. Once I get that down, I'm going to go ahead and write my journaling now once I check to make sure it fits in the pocket, because the one thing with these tags is that they are slightly slick. So you do have to use a slick writer. My slick writer does not have ink anymore. So instead what I'm doing is I'm using my Sharpie, my fine tip Sharpie, and I'm writing very carefully. And I will not put it in the pocket, and that's why I'm doing it now, so it has plenty of time to dry before I put it in the pocket. Now I will read to you what I wrote. There is more journaling that's more personal. This is less personal journaling, so I will go ahead and read it to you. Speaking the truth can never be an easy thing, especially when the truth is about yourself. I am so proud of you for speaking up about who you truly are and living the way you are comfortable with. No matter how hard it may be, it will be worth it in the end. So there is more personal journaling that I wrote, but that's not for public consumption. So I just wanted to share that part with you. All right, now I'm getting ready to glue down. And now here comes the part where Rachel throws every embellishment onto the page that she possibly can. We're going to start with some of those silver glitter thicker hearts. Then we're going to add the love you. And I'm going to move that puffy sticker to the upper part of the photo just to make room for that love you that I'm going to futz with for an inordinate amount of time. All right, then we're going to add some of these silver glitter arrow pieces. And then I'm like, hey, I have those in teal too. So I'll add those along with some teal hearts. But wait, we're not done. Yeah, I went a little embellishment crazy with this layout. I'm going to pull out, what am I pulling out next? What's next? Oh yes, now we have the chipboard pieces, and we're going to pull out the Love You Forever flag tag that I'm going to put up by where the journaling is going to go. And then also this piece, arrow piece that says high five. And I'm just going to make sure I've glued down all these pieces. I do end up pulling up the chipboard pieces and adding some more glue to those as well, just to be on the safe side. I add a flare piece. That came in a Scraptastic kit that I did not get. I just purchased the flare separately. And I was so excited that I found these in the colors of the layout. These are from the Sunshine and Happiness from Simple Stories, the same spot that I use the alphas for, and they say, be happy, be bright, be you. I was super excited to find those. Then I pull out these glitter silver alphas and arrows from Doodlebug Designs, and I add those to it. And then I have these puffy sticker arrows from a Freckle Fawn blunder bag that I bought, and I add some of those. But wait, we are still not done. I'm going to go into the same Freckled Fawn bag after I add this third arrow, and I'm going to get those little glitter arrows, and I'm going to add a couple of those as well. And at this point, we are finally done. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. Please be sure to head over to Christy's page to see her layout. I'm sure she did an amazing job and probably didn't have a personal story to go along with it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please flick me a thumbs up if you can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!